Hi everybody, Garling with you today with a video for Too Crafty Chipboard. Done a layout about my little grandson and I've used some great Too Crafty chipboard pieces. I hope you're all familiar with Too Crafty. You should be by now because you see me using it all the time. So we'll get started. Okay, I'm going to put this stripe paper down the edge of my white cardstock. So I'm just cutting the middle out of it. It's too nice to waste. And I'm just going to glue this stripe panel onto my white card. You'll see what I'm going to do in just a second. Stick that on the bottom edge and the right hand side. Okay, now I'm going to get another piece of white card and I'm going to stick it on a bit of an angle, which you'll see in just a moment. Okay, I just wanted a little bit of a diagonal, just something different for a change. Okay, yep, that's fine. Now I've turned it over and I'll just trim what's hanging over the edge off so that I maintain my perfect 12-inch square. Nothing too complicated, pretty simple really, but just makes it a little bit different. Trim that little piece off. Okay, now I'll have to stick that other side down because that was where the tape was, but that's since been cut off. Okay, there we are, we're all good to go. Now I'm going to start off by applying some clear gesso, and that will protect my background a little bit and make it, because I do apply lots of water when I'm using coloured mediums and so forth and sprays, so that'll protect that background, and it also enable me to blend my colour. If you don't gesso it, it just stays wherever it's put, but the gesso gives you that benefit of being able to blend and move it. So we've dried that off, and now I'll apply a little bit of stenciling with some texture paste. Here's my photos, yep. So I sort of know I need to do that up in that top area and over to the left side. I'm trying to keep the stenciling random. My pet hate is using a stencil and you can see the perfect square. I mean, it's supposed to look natural, so it's supposed to look very random. So I always wipe little bits off as well, and that helps create that random type of look. And you can see there it's a good random look. Okay, now I've used some drywall tape or gyprock mesh, whatever you wish to call it. I'm just going to pop a few pieces of that on just for a little bit of added texture. I find when I'm using coloured sprays and so forth that wherever the texture is where it grabs the colour the most. I start off by spraying my background with water, and then I'm going to use some Lindy Stamp Gang Magicals. These are their new shakers, and that colour is, oh, I can't even pronounce it, Lederhosen Laurel. It's a gorgeous green anyway. So lots of water, tiny little sprinkling of the Magicals powder, just blotting off the overspray there from my water, and a few splashes. I'm going to dry that off, and I'm going to apply a second coat because I want the colour to be more intense. I just personally find that if I dry in between, I can keep layering the colours up and get a greater intensity. I'm pretty happy with that. That's the colour I was after. A few black splatters now. Dry those off. And we might start some stamping. This is a gorgeous new stamp I got, although I probably should have put it on before I texture pasted, because being so big and going over the lumps of the texture paste, it's probably not going to show up to its full advantage, which is a shame because it's a gorgeous stamp. Never mind. Gives us a little bit of colour and a little bit of texture, so that's the main thing. It's one heck of a big stamp, isn't it? Oh, I love that stamp. It's so nice. Now just some little random stampings here and there. Again, it's just adding to the visual texture of my layout. A little bit more. Some dots. Little dots and that lowercase script is probably my two most favourite stamps. I just use them all the time. Yeah, that's pretty good. I might just put a scrap of that black and white stripe down the middle. Yep, that looks pretty okay. I'm just going to check it with my ruler to make sure I've got it straight. Let's move that over a little tiny bit. Yep, that's fine. Okay. Now I'm just going to colour this. I love this little chipboard number thing. Great on a page for on children's, pages and layouts. And it doesn't get any simpler than that. I just coloured it with a black ink pad. Now I'm going to do the other chipboard. I'm applying some gesso first. I always apply gesso on my chipboard as a base coat before I colour it. And I'm also gessoing a few of those little dots because I'm going to paint some of them red too. And the gesso just gives it a bit of key for the paint to grip onto. A little bit of red, just an acrylic paint, doesn't get any simpler than that. I find with boy layouts I do tend to go simple and strong, bright colours with black. It's my go-to thing for boy pages because it always the black always looks effective. That About You, I'm going to colour that black with my ink pad in just a minute too. You can see how effective once you gesso those little silicon dots. I forget what they're called. Yeah, you can colour them any colour. Colour that black, then we're good to go. Red and black always looks nice together, especially on the white background, I think. Okay, get rid of the mess. Now some construction. Found another little scrap of that stripe, so I'll pop that on as well. A few more black splatters. I'm going to put some foam tape on the back of my photos just to give them a little bit of dimension and to make them stand out from the layout more. Look, my nails look disgusting. I never had time to have a manicure this week and they look dreadful without any nail polish. Okay, I'm just going to dry that off a little bit so it's not, I don't want to smudge black all over my white background. Just a bit of blue on that, and I'll pop that in underneath the edge of that photo. My grandson's got his Pops glasses on. That's why they look so big. I thought that was a really cute photo. I don't think he's quite sure of what to make of them. But he thought he was funny. A couple of little flowers. I just can't do a layout without flowers. I like the texture and so forth that they give you page. A couple of little flare buttons. I love those little chipboard spectacles from Too Crafty. They do some real great fun kid elements. these glasses being one of them, one of the many. Yep, he sure is a little crazy guy. And I'm just smudging a bit of black gelato around the edge there, just for definition. There we go, all finished. I hope you like it. Hope you've enjoyed my little tutorial today. It's just some basic techniques with well, they're not even techniques, they're just colouring in with ink pad and acrylic paints. But you don't have to be fancy with chipboard for it to look good. I mean, it makes a statement on your layout in itself. Well, thanks for watching. Until next time, happy scrapbooking.